Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 33 of Modern Skyblock 3. Last episode we did some stuff. We set up a pressure chamber and we set up some air compressors. As you can see, I've expanded that a little bit, just a smidge, but a touch, a little tiny bit of expansion going on there. We've got our charging station up and running to charge our pneumatic wrench. Charge it up. And we've also implemented some vortex tubes to heat up our refinery and heat up our thermo-pneumatic processing plant. And, as should be pretty obvious, we totally have this cool bit of lubricant going on. So between episodes, I basically dumped, courtesy of some buckets in here, some diesel, right, for lubricant, right? Is that pretty much how it goes? Diesel goes in there? Yeah, well, plus a redstone, dust, equals lubricant. So I've been stealing, and you can see it over here. This thing's pretty close to empty now. I'm down to 10 buckets left in this fluid tank of diesel. But yeah, that's cool, right? And have I left this guy running the whole time? I totally have. So we have lots of buckets of oil, but you are totally out of power. So I should probably look at doing more RF-based power at some point soon. But we've got lubricant, which is cool. And lubricant's going to help us out quite a bit, as a matter of fact. So this thing's running right now, right? And our pressure's doing okay. These guys are... So these guys I disconnected so that we could focus on getting more heat into this guy. Cool. Yeah, I remember doing this. Sounds like it's been a few days since I recorded the series. That may or may not be true. So what I'm going to do today is maybe use some of this lubricant. So let's see what the quest book has to say. I definitely want to use some of that lubricant to get better stuff in the under pressure section. So we completed this guy, hooray. One of our quests that we were working on was probably along the lines of from oil to liquid plastic. That's right. So we wanted to get liquid plastic going. That's our kind of our next big goal for what we want to focus on doing. So we'll definitely get liquid plastic, but I wanted to get lubricant because we can use lubricant, and I think I might need to use lubricant buckets to get speed upgrades. Cool. For some sugar and some lapis, I can get a speed upgrade, which is totally a nice thing to have. So boom, 3 lubricants, and let's get like a stack or so of sugar and lapis. Does that sound good? Cool. So we should have some sugar cane, close to a stack of sugar cane. Nice. That looks pretty good. So we'll start off by getting half a stack each. Does that sound cool? And then I'm going to do just this, and that. So that'll be 3 speed upgrades, and we'll see how that treats us. You know, let me grab the rest of my lapis just so I have it over there. So the speed upgrades are nice. I kind of like using them mostly because it lets me make something like this guy run a little bit more efficiently. So right now we're producing 10 milliliters per tick. If I throw speed upgrades in there, you'll notice that it'll tell me that increases the compressed air generated per tick. However, this is at the expense of efficiency, so that's fine. So where is it's this slot here that they go into. Boom, 34. Nice. So by default, 10 milliliters per tick, each of these. So with all 3 of them running, it's 30 milliliters per tick, right? Now, if we throw 1 upgrade in there, it goes +5. A second upgrade is +8. And another upgrade is +11. So it's a scaling upgrade process. Like it's not linear. So the more speed upgrades we put in there, like pretty quickly, the better. Now, of course, we're going to be using diesel at a much improved rate of lots more diesel being used, right? So we have to be ready for that. Kind of nice that I had that diesel there, but also, boom. So by focusing speed upgrades in here, and I'm thinking I might want a couple more. So like, let's do like 2 more. So let's go with 5 for now and see what happens. And what other upgrades are available on this thing? I know there's like volume and a couple other guys, but is there like an efficiency upgrade of some kind? Nah, just security and volume. It's all good. So let's do, so this will bump it up to 51. Nice. And 76. Wow, okay, I'm going to stick with the 51 for now. That thing rapidly scales. So we will quickly be building up pressure inside this thing, right? Presumably. Yeah, nice. The other thing we're probably going to want to do is, if we really want to make things efficient, I should probably disconnect these vortex tubes at points in time. So if I broke this, Well, we'll just let you drain all your bars for now, right? Just to get everything. So see how much quickly it's building up. So all my pressure right now is going into making this thing the appropriate heat and cold level. I'm probably going to want these disabled at some point because I feel like that would be cool. So let's look at pneumatic craft because I think there's something we can use here. Flow detector tube emits air grate. Regular tube will stop pressurized air from traveling through this tube when a certain pressure's threshold is met. That's not what we want. I think I was playing with this the other day in last episode, but I need to figure it out. Regulator tube. Was it this guy? Safety valve? Wasn't there something that I could make? Minus, so 7.5 minus redstone. Oh, ooh, okay, cool. Yeah, what did I do with that thing? Did I lose it? I might have lost it. So we're gonna want 2 of these. 1, 2, regulator tube. So if we So let's say that we wanted to put this regulator tube right here. I think the redstone signal might prevent air pressure from going into there. I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to find out. So are you getting pressure? You are. So that's not really what we want. What I want is for this to block the pressure going in. Regulator tube. 7.5 minus redstone times 0.5. So a full strength redstone signal should be 0, I would think. Right? Let's come back in a minute here and let me play with this a little bit off camera. Ooh, I think I got it. I think I got it. Neat. Okay, so you want this point facing this way. So notice how these guys have no pressure in them now? Turn that off and they'll be allowed to heat up, turn it back on, and it prevents them from running again. And they lose their pressure. Nice. Okay, cool. That's 100% what I want. And then I think the other thing I would probably want is for these guys to be on a line as well. So probably gonna want a few more of these. And we're at the point where it would be nice to have more compressed ingots. So let's make those real fast. What I'm gonna want is a hopper and a chest, and some more iron. So let's get, I have 2 chests, so that's nice. So let's do a hopper and a chest. Cool. So this was our input side, right? And this is our output side. So what I'm going to do is item filter this and just say compressed ingots are allowed to come out of the item filter. Export mode filter on items. Cool. There we go. So we will hopper into here. Nice. And then we will chest here, and you should get the compressed iron. Beautiful. Neat. All right, so let's throw a few more guys in there. And that uses pressure to do the compressing, but for now that'll work. Cool. And that means I should be able to get a few more of these. And I wouldn't mind having a little bit more cobble on me so I can make a few more levers and make, do I have gold? I do. Cool. I want to make another one of those pressure valves so that we can control the pressure going, you know, to things and stuff. So 16 of these gets me 16 levers. And then I'm going to want 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. Nice. So it just took me figuring out how this pressure valve worked, but it does do exactly what I was hoping it would do. Now, if I connect you here, yep, you're totally getting pressure. Nice. That's what I would hope to see. All right, good. So that means what I can do. So that blocks the pressure going down this line, but it's still going to be allowed to go through here. Now, can I do that, and will it block the pressure? Oh, it does. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Okay, cool. That I think prevents it from connecting at all. Okay, that's fine though. Because what I'm going to want to do then is basically throw this pressure doohickey on here and give you a redstone signal. And then when I connect you guys, this line will get pressurized, but this line won't. So see, pressure, 2.3 bars. Nice. Interesting that you're like half the pressure and that's it. Why are you 4.5? That I would not have expected. If I do that, what happens? So that's interesting. That's always half of that. Not exactly what I would have thought would have happened. So maybe instead of connecting those 2 points, what I should do would be to come off here. Let's do a quick builder's wand for a sec. Hey, where's my builder's wand? Maybe I used it all up. So that's going to be a little bit annoying, but ultimately it'll probably get us what we want. Cool. Yeah, that should be fine. So what I'll do then is that and break this connection. Cool. So now you're a full 4 bars is what we're going to get. Cool. Nice. So that thing's going to do its best, right? It's burning through diesel pretty quickly, but that should be fine. Maybe I'll throw the last speed upgrade in there, because why not? It'll burn through diesel even faster, but it'll also more quickly produce the pressure we want. And immediately turn off, remember. As soon as we hit 4.5 bars, this guy should immediately turn off. 4.5 bars at this point, by the way. Nice. And then you're off right away. Nice. Beautiful. I love it. Okay, cool. So if I want to run these guys, I flip this lever. And if I want to run this thing, I flip this lever and it lets the pressure in. Cool. All right. Nice. Let's get a quick tank to store the rest of that lubricant that I made. You know, something simple that I can interact with. Like the tanks from Factory Craft. Right? So just 2 iron pipe dudes. I don't have any of those, do I? 3 copper. Nice. And we'll just keep this over here for when we decide we need more lubricant for whatever we might need it for. Nice. All right, so now I want to get plastic, right? So to get plastic, we are going to need, in our pneumatic processing plant, LPG. 100 LPG equals 1,000 liquid plastic. Nice. I think that's pretty much your best approach, right? So we've got currently 164 LPG. So what I'm thinking I'm going to want to do is get like a bucket's worth of plastic. So let's get a few more buckets worth of oil and process it right now in this thing. Right? So if I want this to process, I need it to be heated up. In order to heat it up, I enable the pressure here. The pressure flows into these guys. They start producing heat. The heat level rises, and then the heat breaks down the oil into diesel, kerosene, and fuel. Nice, right? So there it goes. It's running. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. Working perfectly. Cool. And then because the pressure probably dropped over here, yeah, see, we're down to 4.23. We're burning diesel in order to make this thing run. Nice. I like it. So we'll get a few more buckets going here. And you're going to get me my LPG. And one of these guys is LPG. Fuel, kerosene. Kerosene, fuel, and LPG. Nice. Kerosene, fuel, LPG. All right, neat. So this one actually has a tank in it for output as well as input. So those are your 4 tanks. So LPG is up here. So in a moment, we should have a bucket's worth of LPG. And then what I'm going to do is turn off the lever, and that'll save me power and fuel, basically. Nice. Oh yeah, see, we're definitely burning diesel a lot quicker than we were before. And then to get LPG, or to get plastic out of LPG, we need a piece of coal, right? And so if we want to convert a bucket's worth of LPG to 10 buckets worth of plastic, we're going to need 10 pieces of coal. So let's get, might as well just get 10 pieces of charcoal and convert it right up. Nice. All right, 670 millibuckets, we're getting there. So to make this, by the way, we need, looks like we don't need any pressure, but we definitely need 100 C in temperature. So that'll be fine. All right, looking good, looking good. 756. While that's cooking, let's real quick look at our quest book and see what's coming next. So the next task we're gonna want is making plastics. And then optional, it looks like I can make a pneumatic elevator, but you want me to do the virtual tranding. I think that's supposed to be virtual trading, I assume. Pressure from lightning, that looks cool. But then we're gonna want etching acid and the UV thing, and we wanna make PCBs. And it looks like it wants me to make the assembly line before I can get into switching between pressure and RF. And advanced pressure manipulation. I assume that's the advanced generators. So getting these guys, doesn't look like too bad of a process. Cool. So once we get plastics, we should be good there. So we're at 950-ish, 975. We're almost there, guys. Cool. So in theory now I can turn this thing off. And he'll keep processing because remember he has... what'd you pick up? Fuel? That's not the thing I clicked on. Looks like you want to do fuel first, huh? That's interesting. Why won't you let me right-click out of you? You might be treated as all one tank. So, problems. Yeah, we're out of heat. That makes sense. How do I get this out? Short of a piping mechanism. I mean, I have piping mechanisms that I can use. I just didn't think I would need them. Okay, that's not a big deal. I can do these ones that we had over here. So let's get, so I guess ultimately I'm going to want 4 tanks. So let's get 3 more of these. And tanks. So I'm going to want 4 of those guys. We're probably going to want more iron. So we've got 4 tanks, right, for storing the liquids. And then we want those transfer doohickeys, which I was totally using somewhere. So I could use, I guess I could also be using just fluid pipes. Though I don't know, fluid pipes I don't think can extract. Though they might, I don't know what they'll do. Let's just use the copper pipe things. So I've got, 6 of them. Let's see if they auto output first. How's that for a first step? Do you auto output. So like if I put a block here, would you start filling up with anything? Nah, you wouldn't. Of course not. Because you've got diesel in you, I think. Just out of curiosity. Nope, definitely does not auto output into the adjacent pipes. So we're gonna have to get one of those pipe extract guys, whose names I kind of forget at the moment, but I know I played with them before. Auto ejector? No, it's for items, right? Factory tech. Oh, what was that? Cool. So factory tech, we want extraction pumps. Yeah, that sounds right. Pistons and nickel. And some pipes. So that's not too bad. Gonna need a few more of these. Yeah, big explosions. You know what? Just void those for now. Also, you can go away for a minute. Always with the inventory problems. Hey, there's my diamond wand. I was looking for you. And you know what? Sugar can go away for the time being. And lapis can go away for the time being. And that should be good. I'm going to want a chest to store all my pneumatic craft stuff, but we'll deal with that in a minute. So we're going to want probably 4 pistons. And we're going to want some nickel. Desynced item. Okay. Now, if only I could figure out how to lay this out in a manner that's not super sloppy and horrible looking. Avert your eyes, because this is going to probably be really ugly dire wire. But I feel like I have no other choice. Also, let's make sure that lighting is a good thing over here. So we're going to really want 4 tanks coming off of this thing. So I wouldn't mind it if I could just... Didn't I make 4 of those? Didn't I make 4 tanks? Oh, that's right. Here's the 4th one. Dire derp. And we're going to need more pipes. Derp again. So let's get 6 coppers worth of piping, and that should probably be sufficient. We'll do 9. Cool. I don't like anything about it right now. Can I put a lever right on top? No, I can't, of course. Give me a minute to plan this out. So this looks like it'll work, right? How about this? Alright, it looked like it was going to work. Why you know rotate anymore all of a sudden? There you go. Sweet. Liquid kerosene. From the kerosene. Nice, that's what I'm talking about. There you go. So you should be fuel. And you should therefore be LPG. Cool. So there's your bucket of LPG. Boom. And this guy, the diesel bucket, can go right into there. Nice. Cool. I like it. All right. So I'll let you break down the remainder of stuff. I removed one of these vortex tubes, and I'm hoping one vortex tube, provided enough pressure, will be enough to keep things heated. And it does look like it's sufficient to break down the oil and make more liquid diesel and whatnot. So yeah, see, it's going up. Nice. So that works. So I'll just let that thing run, and then when it's empty, I'll turn it off. But for now, you had lubricant in you. Here's your LPG bucket. So if I put that in here, this should, when given the redstone signal to pressurize, Hopefully we have enough pressure for both to run at the same time. But once you get up to 100C, should break down into 10 buckets worth of plastic. Nice. That's what's up. Cool. Quest complete. Ding ding. Yay! From oil to plastic. Nice. All right, also the thing I was going to do while I was over here is make sure to throw down something for this type of stuff, right? Cool. All right, so that is plastic. We've got that stuff cooking. Nice. Hi, Enderman, who decided to just wander right in front of my camera. Oh, how's that? Here, I'm gonna wander my sword right into your body. How's that, Enderman? Can you tell I don't love the Enderman? Can you tell? Am I making it too obvious? So colored lens and chance cubes. Nothing too exciting. So you, and I guess you guys, is that where I've been throwing them, or have I been throwing you in miscellaneous? All right, so we have plastic now, which means it's time to use a plastic mixer to mix plastic in an intelligible way. Did these guys retain their inventory when I break them? Because I may not want him here anymore, but I also don't want to lose that lubricant. You're done, presumably, which means you can turn off, and now your pressure drops, and therefore your temperature drops. Neat, loving it. Okay, so we've got a decent amount of plastic in this guy. Let's make the plastic mixer. I believe that's the next task, probably, because that's the next logical task. Plastic mixer. Called it. And you should have some compressed. Your plastic mixer is just glass and whatnot. Check. And I'm assuming I have to make a piece of plastic? Oh, I have to make one of each color. Oh, you're going to make me make one of each color? I so don't need one of each color. I 130% do not need one of each color of plastic. You're killing me. You're killing me here. But that's okay. We'll do it just because we have to. Plastic mixer needs temperature. Cool. So you know what? I think we're going to want another one of those dudes. So 2 more of these. 2 more of those. And then one of these. Cool. Totally forget if breaking you equals lose your contents. I want to say... Oh, I so don't remember. I honestly have no idea if I will lose my contents. Yeah, it totally does. So, if we want to move that guy, we have to transfer the liquid out of him before we move him. So what I'm going to do is put him, like, here. Whee! Okay. And then I'm going to want my mixer to probably chill here. Maybe 1 block over. So I'm going to skip that block for now. I'm going to have you and you. You can't go into the back here? Oh, that's right. You needed a vortex guy. You needed heat, not pressure. Cool. So that there. You. I kind of want you. With a lever like that. So now that when I connect these guys, this line will pressurize. This line will not until I give him pressure. Cool. Nice. All right, are you done breaking down the oil that you were given? You totally are, which means I can turn this lever off. and save some fuel. Nice. How's fuel doing? I mean, it's doing. That'll turn off in a second, but we totally want some more diesel. How much diesel did I get from that oil that I processed? Kerosene, fuel, diesel, not ideal. How are we doing over here on oil? Also not ideal. I should, maybe next episode or the one after, I'll get more power gen going through, you know what, I can put, couldn't I put, I think I could put canola oil in this thing. We'll have to look into that. If I can do that, processing canola oil would probably be a really smart idea. Kind of like the thought of that. Anyway, we're ready to do plastics. So you are my plastic tank. You are an empty tank. So let's put plastics here, and we will do that. Cool. Empty and empty. Perfect. So then I'm going to put a bucket's worth of plastic into here. So you've got plastic, liquid plastic. Might as well put it all in, but we'll hold off for now. And then we need red, green, and blue dyes. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Do I have beetroot? Have I been growing beetroot? I don't think so. We might have beetroot seeds. Canola, coffee, industrial hemp, beetroot seeds. Yeah, I do. That might be a better way to get red dye. I know we probably have some red dye. We have one. But beetroot seeds might be a better approach. So that might be, can I crusher you into red dye? I can't, can I? Pulverizer, crusher only accepts the roses. Bummer. So not a terrible way to go. Can't crusher it, but this'll do. It's not so bad. Okay, so a bunch of red dye. And I said blue and green as well, right? So cactus. Let's start with 10 of each. I don't think we already have 10 dye, but we'll do that. 10, and then 10 of you. And back in a sec when this cooks. There we go. 10. So let's see what this does for us. Right now, I kind of forget how much plastic you get per bucket. But notice how there's dyes, and they will be partially used up for every craft that we do. Sweet. That was cool. So you just made a black plastic for me, even though you don't have any heat? That's neat. So do you even need your heat? I mean, it says it's supposed to be at 150°C in order to work. But, you know, it doesn't seem that that's the case. Just clearing out my inventory in advance of... I don't think I need any more ender pearls right now. Smooth stone. I just want to clear inventory for this. So basically you click button and you get plastic. Okay, cool. Now that... Oh, did you use an entire bucket? Oh, that is awful. Let's give you some heat and see if that helps. Maybe use an entire bucket if you're not hot enough. So item temperature, interesting. Oh, so that's okay. Neat. Apparently we can melt it back down. That's kind of cool, at least. So I can get all the plastics I need to fulfill the request. And then melt it all back down. Does that make sense? Right? So did you mark black plastic complete? You did. So if I did that, oh, you need a decent temperature to do that though. Looks like you're getting there. Hull temperature versus item temperature. Interesting. Okay, cool. So if I click that, yeah, you're going to use an entire bucket's worth of plastic. And most of these, as I recall, you don't really need, right? So that's half the plastics. So let's make sure that you just noticed that I did that. All the way up to light gray. Good. So then, once the temperature gets sufficient, we should be able to melt it back down. I'll give this a minute to heat up more. So what I did is made another vortex tube real quick. I don't know if that makes it faster or not, but I did it. So it is what it is. So we're at 149, 149, 100, ow. Zombie, please, I'm in the middle of doing something. Hey, there we go. We melted our plastic. Neat. Cool. That'll do it. All right, beautiful. So that at least lets me recycle my plastic back, and then I can get the others that I need to complete the quest. And then we can probably turn the heat off because we shouldn't need that anymore. Because it doesn't look like, I mean, it says you need 150 heat to make the plastics, but quest complete, making cloud, nice. Cool. All right, so pneumatic elevator, but we don't really need to make that. That's an optional. So let's melt the rest of this plastic back down. Cool. All right, wrapping up point for the episode for sure. Dial20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. We'll come back next time, continue along the pneumatic craft line, try and make some nice stuff with it. And next episode, hopefully we'll wrap up pneumatic craft. You can turn off, by the way. Saving me the pressure. You can chill out. Temperature going down, presumably. Maybe. I don't know. I think once these guys lose their bar pressure, they'll be going down. Hey, a magic bean from random things. Nice. All right, now how's your power? You could probably use more diesel. Burning through diesel like nobody's business. Anyway, take it easy, guys.